everyone. Welcome to the Parkscope Unprofessional Podcast Hour.
God damn it, Joe. Let me finish eating.
Joining me tonight is Sean. Sean, what are you eating?
I'm eating some delicious Johnson's caramel corn from the Ocean City Boardwalk.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Just be chomping on that all night.
No, I'm done.
Oh, you're done now? Okay. How are you doing?
Doing good.
Doing well? How is the shore?
The shore was good. Rode Gale Force, which is a new, I think it's SNS. Yeah, it's SNS, a new SNS coaster at Ocean City, New Jersey. Mm-hmm. It was really good. Very smooth. Like almost completely comprised of airtime. It was a lot of fun.
Cool. Also joining us tonight is Mike. Mike, how are you doing?
I am good. D23 Claim Bowl hype.
I like how Discord automatically pulls down Mike's levels a little bit when he does that, so that's real nice.
Yes! Hype overload!
So we're trying Discord for the first time, so hopefully the audio is going to be way better, so you can hear all that fantasticn's.
Oh, so please, I love this app.
Please bear with us.
Drops.
Wait, we have in here we do? Or was was that your phone app?
It's an app on my phone.
Okay, that's what I was wondering because I was like, I don't think Discord has that. I think I have it too.
John C.
Oh no! Last time we had drops like this was when it was Alan and I did that drunken episode for like 2 hours. Oh boy, let's see.
Bad.
Okay, here we go. Wait, Airhorn. No, I have the. Oh, come on. Unmute. Yeah. There we go.
Nice.
Effing confirmed.
And then. So, there we go. Anyway. So, let's start off with some news, I guess. And then we'll talk about our pregame prediction or pre-gaming D23 or something. I don't know. Sound good? Yeah, let's do that. So Siemens is dropping Spaceship Earth as a sponsor.
Okay. This is so baffling. Especially if the rumor agrees it's true.
Yeah, but I mean, like, it just seems like there's so many possible reasons that right now I'm just kind of backing away from all of them because they all kind of sound insane. Or you can Occam razors this pretty well by saying, hey, it just ran out of time. Like, their sponsorship deal's done. Disney's been biding their time. They're done. So, yeah.
I don't know.
So, who knows?
Is there a better sponsor for Spaceship Earth in the list? Or we're just not going to have sponsors anymore? Or Doctor Strange, effing confirmed?
Yeah. I don't know. It's just weird. So, they're not going to do that. They're not going to do Illuminations anymore. And I mean, I don't even put credence into they wanted to build new monorails and Disney wouldn't let them for some odd reason. Like, that makes no sense. So,
Joe, nothing makes any sense anymore.
That's true.
But hold
2017.
Just not renewing Spaceship Earth and Illuminations doesn't make sense. Like, now they have to shut it down next couple months to take all the Siemens stuff out. There's like a permit and everything.
I don't think there is that many Siemens. There's nothing like in there that's Siemens, besides like the post show area.
Yeah. Well, somebody said there's a I think maybe it was Len. I don't know. There's a permit right now that goes through November.
That was for Great Movie Ride, I thought.
No,
there's one for Spaceship Earth also.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, that's happening. I guess no information, and I guess they end in October or something like that. It ends in October, the sponsorship. So,
yeah.
There you go. I guess the bigger one, bit of news, and I'll just let you guys go on this, is Disney's announced changes to the auction scene in Pirates of the Caribbean.
Boo!
No.
There's no longer auctioning off wives for the pirates. They are instead bringing on loot to auction off, and the redhead is now a pirate. Discuss. Well, I'll offer my thoughts real quick. Get rid of the scene, just put a better one in. I don't think it's a better scene.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It's just you're echoing too much of the prior scene. So people are just gonna float. I was gonna say walk by, but that would be really hard. Float by, and they're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, I remember when this was better," and they weren't selling a clock. They were they would just remember this awesome scene. Instead,
the scene after it, where people are like, "Oh, didn't the pirates used to chase the women?"
Exactly. You just can't. You can't make such a small tweak to it. You just get rid of it, reboot it, do something new and interesting and different.
Bring the sword fighting scene over from Paris or something.
Exactly. Or one of the ones was they showed a concept art that God, what was his name? Mark Davis did, and it was a very similar scene, but like the women were sitting on top of the chest and the guys were ogling for the chest or something like that. So I mean, there's a bunch of ways you can do.
So that could still be construed in a terrible old way.
Well, tough.
Joe can't have that anymore.
Well, but the point is that there are other concepts they can go to that aren't the exact same one. Just removing. You just if you keep the general scene but you don't update it, you just kind of neuter it without. And by neuter, I basically mean get rid of most of the comedy and drama, and just reboot it. Just get a new one. Get a new scene. That's my piece on it.
So here's my thing. No one was asking for this. No one. But some lowly, crappy Imagineer said, "You know what? I can get my scene put on Pirates of the Caribbean and look really great in front of management by making a new quote-unquote modern scene in Pirates of the Caribbean."
Mm-hmm.
Just stepping on the toes of giants. It's bullshit. I hate it.
Mm-hmm. Mike?
I think I've cooled down the past 2 weeks. It's super dumb. At this point, I just say tear down the whole attraction and start over with Shanghai's attraction. Because if one thing's problematic, it'll all be problematic, and just start over.
Well, at least...
Right, what about... Go ahead, Joe.
I was going to say, if you're going to tear down the one in Disney World, not Disneyland, please.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Like Mike had brought up before, jokingly, dudes are literally burning to death at the end of this ride. Like, literally burning to death while this dog torments them. But no, the joke about the woman was what we have to get rid of.
Yeah, I think that was a pretty good take on that. Just make a better scene.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And like Alan said, if you start looking for problematic stuff in Disney attractions, you won't have anything left.
Oh God! Well, I'm sure that the native camp will be gone with the Jungle Cruise redo.
I think that's a pretty good bet.
I'm sure that'll be gone.
I would say that's more problematic than the selling wives in Pirates of the Caribbean. That's the one I'm amazed they still have around.
Yeah. I don't think either is all that bad, but that one probably is worse.
People with logical brains can look at these things and understand that it's not saying these things are okay anymore. It's just like, this is what this ride's based upon in this time period, and it kind of works. I don't know.
It wasn't built yesterday.
Kong was built relatively yesterday, and that's got like evil natives in it. Literally, guys dressed up as evil natives. I don't know. Whatever. Like, are we going to get rid of the guy hanging in the stretch room?
It made me want to kill myself. It glorifies suicide.
Okay,
let's move on. I'm getting depressed.
Okay, well, we don't want more depression here, so. D23. Wait, I need to turn mine back on. Mine's not on. Yeah, so D23. Wait. Oh, never. Oh, damn, it was our.
You messed it up, Joe.
There we go. So D23 is here, I guess, or something. It's this weekend.
When does it start? Tomorrow?
I think it starts Friday and then ends Sunday.
Okay.
The Disney Parks panel is on Saturday evening, I want to say.
Yeah, what time is it? Are we gonna live? Are we gonna live podcast it?
We can live podcast it again like last year. I mean, not last year.
I want to get real drunk and live podcast.
We can do that. That's an option
Okay.
if you want to do a live podcast. Are you
Yeah, I
available?
want to do a live. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I got... Jenna's out of town until Sunday, so I got no plans.
Availability confirmed.
Great. So, I guess we'll do that Saturday. I need to go buy my Mixler subscription again and hook everything up and figure out how the hell we're going to do this again.
Are they live streaming it?
No, they never live stream it.
It's fucking stupid.
It's all right. We have bloggers.
Yeah, we'll have enough bloggers. So, how do you want to tackle this? Do you want to talk about everything? Do you just want to go down the list? Do you want to...
Let's just go down the list.
Didn't read. Everything you've ever wanted as a Disney fan is coming now. It is being built, effing confirmed.
Yeah, so...
Fire Mountain, Candy Mountain, Bald Mountain.
Western River Expedition.
That's right. Without all the problematic scenes.
Oh, yeah, thank God that wasn't built. Jeez, that'd
Yeah, right?
Woo! We
They have
dodged a
to
real
knock that
bullet
shit
there.
down.
Yeah, we dodged a real bullet with that one, everyone. So let's start off with how do we want to do this?
Project Gemini.
Well, let's go to international real quick, just so we can
Project Gemini 2.0.
so we can let's knock out some of the international stuff, just so people realize like how much actual information they can talk about in 90 minutes. Hong
Star
Kong,
Wars.
they have the new Ant-Man ride coming.
Quote, wait.
New.
Quote, new.
New. It's new.
Rethemed Buzz Lightyear.
It's new, like Mission Breakout.
Yeah.
They can also cover that Iron Man ride they did, because that hasn't been touched on yet.
There's also supposed to be another ride coming to that land.
Well, yeah, but that's like 2021, 22, so
okay.
that's far away.
Okay.
After the park closes.
Yeah.
Shanghai is getting Toy Story Land, and they're my thing is I think they're gonna tie that into our Toy Story Land and give us dates for those. Whatever. Tokyo.
Yo, Slinky Coaster hype.
Yeah. The Beauty and the Beast Dark Ride and the Soarin' attraction coming to Tokyo Disney Sea, along with that new Nemo attraction. So that's like 3 attractions.
Did that open yet?
Yeah, the Nemo one did. Believe it or not, it did.
I mean, Stern Chaser kind of sucked in general, but... Ugh.
Yeah. Disneyland Resort Paris, there's like no news on that. Someone put down... I'm reading from Alex's show's post on Inside Universal, and he put down Mission Breakout and Toy Story Mania, which is things I've never heard coming to Toy Story.
Yeah. I mean, I could see Mission Breakout, maybe. I don't know.
Both of those seem relatively cheap and easy for them to build.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't their Pirates just open again with the new crap?
Yeah.
I don't think it's opened yet.
Okay. That'll be the
Soon.
first one.
Yeah, it opens soon, but I don't think it's open yet.
Mm-hmm.
At least I haven't seen a video. I feel like I'd see a video if it was open.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So Disneyland, they can probably cover some of their new holiday offerings they're doing. They could probably announce some of that there. They could announce more Marvel Land details, which doesn't make sense to me because that seems to be like...
I don't think that's any...
That's 2 years after Star Wars, and like right now, that just seems like a...
Because you got to figure whatever the new ride coming to Hong Kong is will also be at Disneyland.
Yeah. So that just seems like a few years out and not something that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Star Wars Land details. That's something that's definitely going to happen in the Parks and Resorts presentation.
Yeah, I think that'll probably be the meat of it.
And I bet you it'll take up 30 minutes of it.
Remember how last time we thought that and they did it during the Star Wars film presentation?
That's a good point.
That's true. That's very true.
Is there a Star Wars film presentation?
Of course.
Yeah.
I think there's an overall film presentation, but I'm not sure.
An overall live action?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm who knows, maybe. But remember that they were originally going to announce Star Wars Land at the parks presentation, and then they had this awkward thing where they had to like make do with more Avatar stuff or like re-announcing the same stuff because they thought they were going to get the scoop originally, but they didn't. It was the...
That was so weird.
Yeah, so maybe, I don't know. That just seemed like such a weird thing that time.
Remember when they announced Avatar at D23 in Tokyo? At like 2 a.m.
No, they debuted the concept art there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they announced it on the Parks blog. Well, yeah, that's because they wanted to sell it to Japan, and Japan
That was the
like,
night of our
"Fuck."
first.
Yeah, Japan
That was-
knew better. So
That was the day of our first podcast, I believe.
It was.
4 years ago, almost.
And now here we are on show 500.
And Avatar's open, and no one cares.
No, someone totally cares. They're writing on IU about it. They totally care about it.
They're not writing anymore because you've ticked them off so much with your negativity.
Yeah, whatever.
Wait, so we weren't negative enough the previous 4 years, but now that it's open, you just can't handle it anymore.
They're just, they're just so enamored with it. Yeah, I haven't read that thread since I posted that, so I'm just
The
like,
theme park.
I just summarized it for you. There it is.
great, thanks. They can deal with it. Yeah, well, yes, because that's the problem. Is the overall negativity. If it was that great of a land and so good, people wouldn't care. But obviously,
They're selling out the Banshees. That's obviously a hit. Obviously.
Yeah. They sell 2,000 Banshees in 2 days, but they sell how many? Like 200,000 wands. No. 20,000 wands. How many wands would that be? I don't know.
Definitely not 200,000.
Yeah, not 200. They would sell 20,000 wands in a week versus like 2,000 Banshees in a week or whatever.
It's okay. They tried.
Whatever. Yeah.
They did their
Okay.
best.
Yes. So I'll have to check out that thread later and laugh. Anyway, let's get to Disney World, shall we? Where do you want to start? What park, I guess?
It's everywhere.
It's huge!
So I guess my general comment is it still doesn't seem like anything is set in stone. It just seems like everyone's just said what a pet project is that's going on in Imagineering right now.
Here's my stone cold lock. Ratatouille.
Yeah,
I don't know. Okay. Yeah, we'll go with
I
that
agree
then.
with that. Stone cold lead pipe lock, Ratatouille and Epcot.
Because they have walls up and there's a permit.
I think they're the two things that will 100% no doubt be announced are Rat and whatever is happening in Energy. Apparently it's Guardians. Apparently it's a coaster. Apparently it's a big boy coaster, which people are just gonna love.
Melt.
But I would not be surprised if it turns out that it's just Tron.
Heel turn.
I would not be surprised if that ended up happening. But those are the two projects, or the two big things that I think definitely will be announced. Otherwise, like, people are like, oh, Tron's going to replace the Speedway, but we don't have permits for that. And, like, oh, Great Movie Ride's going to get replaced by a Mickey ride. And, apparently there's permits coming out for that. But that one worries me.
There's some variations on the Tron room.
Oh, really?
One has it behind the Speedway. I think one has it over it. And then one has it just replacing it. I don't know. One's Corliss, one's Martin, and one's Lee. Or I don't know. I can't keep track.
I don't see it going behind the Speedway.
Yeah.
Like, that's way far back there.
I think the most sense is it goes to Epcot, and the whole Guardians thing was a ruse.
Yeah, that, like, I kind of get the feeling that might be the case. But who knows? People are swearing up and down that it's Guardians. So.
But why is Joe Rody in Orlando? I don't know. I'm really upset with Universal about this.
Patience, Mike.
No, they shouldn't be allowing this. That's my stance.
I mean, they can't stop Disney from building things.
They shouldn't be allowing the Guardians thing.
Oh, well.
Who says they are allowing it?
If it happens, I could. I mean, they had to have come to an agreement, and I'm fine with that because maybe that means we get our Iron Man ride.
Yes.
I just don't think. I don't know. We'll see what happens. It just nothing seems like it's solid right now. People have seen so many plans. I don't know what's going on. So, whatever. So Rat, what do you guys think about this Coco overlay for Grand Fiesta Tour? This seems like something that's still so early in planning that I would imagine this would pop up around the 50th, not anything announced.
I also don't understand like what the rumor is.
They would just swap out Donald and all those characters for Coco.
They just put those animatronics in there.
Yeah, well,
it's no big deal.
Yeah, they were free basically. So
I don't know. I don't see that happening.
well, I mean, here's
But
what
then
happened.
again-
Here's what's happening. Pixar, we want to put an attraction in the parks. Okay, here's our proposal. Nothing happens from it. See Inside Out in imagination.
Yeah.
I mean, proposal. I mean, you pay a bunch of people to make up ideas. Not all of them happen. Ta-da! So there you go.
Here's my thing. That ride's just so short. Like, why even bother now?
It's not a short ride. Grand Fiesta Tour.
I mean, I
It's like the same thing with Maelstrom going to Frozen. Like,
Yeah.
why are you doing this?
at least they've learned, and they're adding rat and not getting rid of anything.
Yeah. Also, yeah, you don't need to be getting rid of stuff. Like, just add on to what you have. Like the studios, I don't understand. You have space, use it.
Get rid of that fucking animation courtyard. All of it.
Now, things like Imagination, sure, you can replace them, but like, you don't need to be replacing Great Movie Ride. You just need to be updating it.
Well,
That's another thing.
You don't
Why
need
are we
to
getting rid of
replace
energy when we can be getting rid of Wonders of Life that just sits there empty 95% of the time?
because
It's an event space.
yeah, it makes its money back. That's why. I mean, that's the problem. Is they're selling Star Wars packages, so they have to keep the Star Wars stupid thing around. But we can get rid of the Great Movie Ride because that reduces overhead, and we can shorten the ride and get rid of all the actors, and we can
Oh God!
reduce the audio animatronics. And
They're gonna make Jungle Cruise a non-spieling attraction. I just see it.
probably.
Oh God! It hurts me so much.
Well, there you go.
What happened to all the hype, guys?
Oh,
So
I don't
okay.
know. I just want this stuff to be good.
So, what else? So I have a few things open. So
Club 33 coming to American Adventure.
Oh yeah, I feel like that's got to get announced.
yeah, that sounds like that'll be something that'll be covered for a good 5 to 10 minutes in the
Yeah,
presentation.
that's definitely a D23 type announcement.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
So all the bloggers can pretend that they'll be members.
Yeah, and it also just plays to that audience pretty well.
Yeah.
Let's see what else. Are we gonna get any information on updates to Illuminations?
Nope.
No.
I think that's so. Yeah.
I think that'll be like a before the right before the 50th announcement type thing.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Do you think they're going to talk about that Star Wars Land Boutique Hotel?
No, I still don't think that's a thing.
I don't think it's a thing either. And also, I heard that it's not a boutique hotel. They're just like retheming Pop Century or whatever.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
Yeah, so I mean, that's where it probably came from. That someone heard they're building a Star Wars hotel, and then someone pulled up those plans for that Marriott boutique thing that they're going to build, and put it together and think that they're going to build a Star Wars boutique hotel, and then people ran off thinking that people are going to be paying thousands of dollars to stay here at night or something. So
I think that warrants just a blog post.
No, they'll mention it here.
they wouldn't mention it. Well, they would mention it as part of the Star Wars stuff.
Yeah,
Um,
especially because the gondolas are going to go to it.
Yeah.
so do you think they'll talk about the gondolas?
Yes.
Or do you think it's just going to be a blog post on Friday morning?
I feel like they'll probably mention that. Like, oh, we're connecting Walt Disney World like never before, blah, blah, blah. Jack
Like we
off
should have
motion.
done in 1989.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Except we spent so much money that year building all kinds of awesome things.
Except these, unlike the monorail, these will not be air conditioned.
I thought they would be air conditioned.
There was a rumor that they won't be.
Oh, dear God. Great. Yeah, that's real dumb in summer.
In summer.
Do you think we're gonna get a new Hollywood? Do you think we're gonna get a new Hollywood Studios name?
No.
Disney Studios, what's up?
That'll happen they'll rechristen it the day that Star Wars opens.
I just be there in all its glory.
Okay. Are we gonna get more? Are we gonna get an opening date for Toy Story Land?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I think that's one of the locks.
Yeah. Yeah, spring 2008 or
Mhm.
2018.
Let's see. What do you think about Brazil in the World Showcase?
Brazil.
So, where did this come from? Is there a permit up?
No, fuck no. So here's what's happening. Basically, everyone talks about how they're needed adding a new pavilion for like the past 25 years. There's just been rumors for years and years and years about this. They did a proposal for it.
Mm-hmm.
And
a while ago.
A long time ago, and they had concept art that looks like, the how-to website where they draw really bad illustrations for how-to steps.
Yeah.
Yeah, the concept art looks like that, basically. And everything kind of died off, especially when people were like, oh yeah, they're going to totally build Spain. We swear it's going to be Spain. And now...
Gigantic!
Yeah, so now Jim Hill and those guys are saying it's going to be... Again, it's going to be... sorry, my brain's totally not working right now. It's going to be Brazil.
Brazil!
Brazil!
More about
Viva
Brazil. They're saying Brazil will open in the World Showcase in 2022, which makes me hear none of this is going to happen. Jim Hill on the podcast is basically saying they have no sponsors lined up for this.
Yeah, that shit ain't happening.
It's not happening.
But then he says they have sponsors lined up for Spain, but they're waiting for this stupid movie to come out, and they can't do the stupid movie because they're doing the stupid Frozen musical in the meantime.
I don't think they have sponsors lined up for Spain. It's a fucking bankrupt country.
He said, well, yeah, but
I don't think they have sponsors for any of these pavilions. They're just doing proposals. Here's what happened. Remember when Eisner got hired and Imagineering brushed off all their plans and pulled them all in while Iger did his tour of Imagineering and approved a bunch of stuff? This is what's happening again. They're going to say, yeah, let's build Brazil. Oh, wait, never mind. A year and a half later, they'll do all the engineering work. They'll look at everything, try to get sponsors lined up with all the cost estimates, and everyone will laugh at them. Ta-da! That's what happens.
What if it's Brazil going in between Japan and France, and not Ratatouille?
I would laugh.
That'd be what happens if it was just prep work for Brazil and it never opens?
Or what if they're just fixing up the staging area for Food and Wine, where they keep the booths?
No, it's too big. It's too big of a permit for that.
It's also like actually a building with like a connecting area in the back and stuff. So.
Oh, it does say it's a building?
Yeah, I saw something like how it was a connection area. And
yeah, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think it's going to be a building, but God, I don't know. Everything's just crazy. So that's my thoughts on Brazil.
I don't think Brazil's... I don't think there will ever be a new pavilion.
Yeah.
Russia confirmed.
I think that's a pretty good call. There'll never be a new pavilion. Why would there be? Why would there be another major sponsored pavilion by?
Well, that's the thing. Like, unless they just want to build pavilions without sponsors, maybe. But if they're waiting for a sponsor, they're never getting another pavilion.
My take is if there is a Spain tie to Gigantic, which I guess, and if it's like a huge hit like Frozen, maybe.
Right, maybe they build it on their own if it was that big of a hit.
But then what we get would be a small ride, like maybe a flat ride or two, and like a merch and a character dining area. It would barely be Spain.
Well, I would, kind of like what they did with Ratatouille and Disney Studios Paris.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty fair comparison. So basically what I'm hearing is that they're not going to build Ratatouille. They're just going to build Ratatouille in Spain, and instead of making Ratatouille, they're making paella.
Yes.
So
what am I going to do with all this paella I made? Damn Seinfeld. Too good for us.
So it's going to be the new
Seinfeld Pavilion confirmed.
The new attraction. Yeah. The new attraction paella opening up.
Disney Pixar's paella.
You know it's happening. It's coming. That's going to be Ratatouille too. So, here's something I want to talk about real quick. Updates to the carousel progress.
Wait, what?
Yes. So I want to talk about this real quick. So, I mean, everyone get a drink. We're going to talk about this real quick.
Actually, in a few
one of the reasons. Well, first of all, everything is problematic in the carousel progress because I am personally offended by laser discs. So,
Car phones.
and car phones.
They could add Alexa to the last scene.
And no privacy. So my understanding of a lot of this, one of the reasons why Haunted Mansion and Pirates gets touched so much is because they have such a high hourly throughput. They basically get allotted a lot more money for upgrades and refurbishments. Compare this to Carousel Progress, which can barely get a few scenes, like get a few full houses. So basically, they just never get a lot of the money to upgrade it, which then turns into a death spiral for the attraction because it never gets upgraded, and nobody goes on it, and then it never gets upgraded, and nobody goes on it. So it finally sounds like maybe they've finally pulled a trigger on this or something. I don't know, but they're saying for the 50th, maybe. To me, it just sounds like they're going to upgrade the final scene. They're not going to move the scenes around or anything. They're just going to change the final one.
Yeah.
Probably. So maybe. I'm not sure yet.
If they did anything, they're just going to redo the final scene.
Yeah, they'll just redo the final scene and upgrade some stuff, and that's about it.
I'd be okay with that. I love me some COP.
Yeah, so I think that's one that's more reasonable than a lot of the others. Especially when we were talking and hearing about the 50th, hearing stuff like, they're adding the characters, It's a Small World, they're going to be magically enhancing every single ride at Disney World. Like, all these crazy rumors have just completely died over the past year.
You know what I would love for the 50th?
What?
Bring back the full Country Bear show, god damn it.
That's never going to happen.
I want my Country Bears back.
Also problematic.
I know. That's what made them so great.
Remember when they used to have seasonal overlays?
I want my fat jokes back, Mike.
Remember they had the
I
summer
want
one
my
and they
fat
had
jokes
Christmas?
back. I do.
They still have
Christmas.
overlays in Japan.
Yeah. It's because Japan's the best.
That is a factual statement. So, one of the things, another one is just general Future World enhancements. Being dubbed as Future World
Rainforest Coaster
3.0.
confirmed!
What I like is they mark it as changes coming to Innoventions, which basically means they're just demolishing Innoventions.
Which means it's becoming what it should have been 10 to 15 years ago.
Correct me if I'm wrong, there's nothing in there right now, correct?
It's basically empty. They have the Kuka arms for the Sunball Thrills just sitting there under covers.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
One of them is completely empty, except for the ice cream place and the character meet and greet.
Yeah.
Club Cool. And the other one has Mouse Gear and Electric Umbrella, and that's basically it. Innoventions is pretty much shuttered. So the proposals, they're still talking about that Guardians attraction replacing Universal Energy. I don't know, whatever. Fuck, I don't know.
Well, something's replacing Universal Energy.
They're talking about...
Well, I gotta hand it to them. If it's not Guardians, they've done a really good job of telling the right people that it is Guardians.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because, it's the prevalent theory. Pretty much with everybody.
Yep.
It's weird.
Then there's proposals for various other pavilions, but there's no budget, so not happening.
Yeah, nothing else is happening.
Illuminations, Spaceship Earth updates, who knows? There's probably 20 proposals for that, because people need work. New landscaping, and all sorts of stuff to change the Future World. And an additional eating area in Future World. It sounds like they're going to build a new restaurant in Future World. Probably real nice, really expensive, futuristic. That's probably about it. But, yeah. It's just, I don't know. Nothing's been decided yet. We can't talk about it because people make plans, because that's what they're paid to do. And then people walk by and say, ESPN and Disney Channel do well this year, or next year, or are not looking to do well next year. I guess we have to look at the parks as an ATM again, and then they just cancel everything.
Yeah, I think the only two definites are Rat and whatever the hell's happening at Universe of Energy.
Yeah, it's also remember that Rat was a personal project of Fitzgerald, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's definitely a Tommy Fitz.
Yeah, and now he's the head of Epcot.
Yeah.
So there you go. So that's probably why that got fast-tracked and all that jazz. Any other thoughts on Future World and Epcot and stuff?
It can't get any worse.
Well, I think they can try. I think they can really, really try.
I don't know, Joe. It's pretty bad.
It is very bad. is very, very bad right now.
But still a lot of fun.
I just go and I imagine old Epcot.
Yeah, if you drop acid and go there and pretend you're riding Horizons, it's probably a great time.
I'll be honest, there is absolutely nothing at Epcot I even have a slight desire to ride again.
Ooh.
American
Nothing.
Adventure is about it for me.
Yeah, but that's not a ride.
Fair.
It's a show.
Living with the Land.
I don't need to see that ever again. I like it, but
I enjoyed a Voyage Through Discovery and Awareness myself.
but like Soren's garbage now.
I haven't been on
Yes.
New Soren, so that's my problem.
Test Track's always been garbage.
Yes.
Screw you guys.
Mission Space is whatever. It's fine, but
I want to know what
don't need
those
ever do it
changes
again.
are. Maybe they'll talk about the changes to Mission Space during this presentation.
Are they actually changing it,
Reportedly, they're adding a whole new green show.
or did they just close it for the summer?
Do you know what? I don't know. I honestly don't know.
I would honestly not be surprised if it opens in the fall and it just looks exactly the same.
Wouldn't it be funny
Mission
if it
Space
opens in the fall and it's still as dusty as it was when it closed?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they just closed it.
Yeah, that's. I mean, the rumors are adding a new ride film for the green side and updating the queue, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know, guys. Anyway, want to talk about some driverless transportation vehicles?
Oh my
That ain't
gosh.
never gonna happen.
Yeah, talk about blue sky ideas.
Yeah, which is
basic-
apparently why we're not getting new monorails.
Yeah, bullshit. So the reason why is I think there are vehicles that can use special lanes that are currently being used in Europe that are like miniature buses that can maybe seat like 8 people in it, which sounds like a great idea. And hey, that could replace those parking lot trams, right? That sounds like a good idea. But now everyone thinks that they're going to have a trillion of these things running around Walt Disney World, like personal, like buses. And
Starting this fall.
Yeah, it's starting like immediately or next year. And then the problem also with that is, like, how many people do you think are really going to want to share one of those small little vehicles with like another family?
And until someone drops like a white T-shirt in the middle of the road and it just stops.
Or salt, whatever. Those salt things.
Yeah, did you see that?
Yes.
Oh, like I don't think anyone. I love this technology. I think it's going to be incredible eventually, but like, still got a long way to go before it's ready for prime time, and it doesn't get much more prime time than Walt Disney World about how many people would be using it.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't see this happening anytime soon. But who knows? Maybe I don't know. Maybe there's some breakthrough. They're working with Google or Apple or some shit.
Unlikely.
I know, but
yeah, it just, and plus the whole entire idea that this is why they're not doing the monorails is absurd. It's just, I don't know where to begin with all this. It's just, oh boy, it's like the snake is eating its tail now with the rumors. People are like,
yeah.
It's like Jim reads it on WWNT, and then people report it as confirmation support of WWNT, so now it's a fact, and then just to continue eating the tail more and more, and people, it's an echo chamber where they confirm their own information.
I would laugh if like one ride gets announced.
It's just Star Wars Land.
Star Wars Land, Rat, they cover the stuff that's opened recently, which will be a big part, especially international stuff. They'll talk about Club 33.
Shanghai success.
Now, they probably won't talk about Shanghai too much. They've already done that a bit. They'll touch on the gondolas. They'll probably talk about all the DVC, because remember, Parks and Resorts. And they'll probably mention something about, I don't know, what's going to happen with Fantasmic and Disneyland and all sorts of stuff. And then Star Wars. And then people are going to be left there, standing there with their dicks out, going like, what happened? So, yeah. I mean, it's hard to get excited for D23 when there's just so much crazy speculation, and people just going insane and just being beaten over the years, knowing how hyped we've gotten about announcements, whether it be D23 or, wow, Disney's calling a press conference at Hollywood Studios. I wonder what it could be. Oh, wait, they're just adding benches to Fantasmic. Like, just all these years they've been doing this. It's just like, again, fool me once, shame on me. Shame on you, sorry. I just pulled a George W. Bush there.
Like the first D23 when they announced New Fantasyland.
Yeah.
And it was all the meet and greets.
Yeah. And then that changed. So
I don't know. I got a good feeling. I don't think it's going to be as big as some people think, but I think we're going to get some pretty decent announcements.
It's the most excited I've been in a long time.
Yeah.
What's interesting also... Oh, sorry, Mike.
I like the speculation. And even though I know, like, there's no way, like, it's still fun to actually hear stuff again.
Yeah,
stuff that seems plausible, at least.
Yeah, especially since you feel like the hose has been turned off with Universal for now.
Oh, it's dry.
I don't think the hose is turned off at Universal. Everything's just incubating right now.
Yeah.
It's like,
we're in a holding pattern, just waiting.
Yeah, they put the water in the kernels or whatever.
It's going to be fun after Horror Nights when Kid Zone is wiped off the map, but...
Or at the beginning of Horror Nights when Dragon Challenge is wiped off the map.
Well, we can only hope.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not holding my breath on that one, but I hope.
Yeah, I don't know. But, like, I think there's going to be good announcements here. The problem is I just see people going insane. They're thinking everything's going to happen now, and it's just, we've seen so much, and so much has been discussed about this project, like old projects that just never show up. So, I don't know.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Oh, so one bit of news that I forgot to mention is that Inside Universal dropped today that Secret Life of Pets may be coming back to Universal Studios Hollywood. So, yeah.
Yes.
So that was a weird one. So
I mean, sure, why not?
That movie is so much fun.
So they've
It actually is pretty good.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, so can't speak on that.
I think it's on Netflix.
Yeah.
I'll do that. I'll do that right after I watch Moana on Netflix and all those other movies I need to see.
If you could stay awake.
Oh, Moana's good.
Oh, slog.
So originally, Secret Life of Pets was going to take place of Soundstage 28, and it was going to be a 2-story building, with the first story being Q, and a food, probably a grab and go, knowing Universal Studios Hollywood, location. Now it's the project has been placed on top of the old Soundstages 22, 23, 24, and 25, which is a significantly larger plot. So I'm thinking maybe they redevelop the attraction to be one story, and everything's spread out, maybe as a little mini land or something like that. Just the idea I had on that.
Sounds good.
Could be Nintendo. I don't know, but got me. So that's Secret Life of Pets right now.
I feel like that's not big enough for Nintendo.
True.
Unless they're not getting as much.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, we know they're not getting quite as much, but...
yeah.
Yeah.
But, like, that seems even smaller than Japan's land.
Fair point. So, anything else you guys want to talk about?
Well, there is the... to support the Dragon Challenge thing, they might be cross-training team members for other locations.
Yeah.
And there were survey markers allegedly spotted.
There are survey markers. My only comment on that was I've heard that Universal does cross-training after an attraction closes. So I don't know. That matches what I heard several years ago about Universal TMs, but that's probably changed since then. I don't know right now. But yeah.
I'm hopeful.
We'll find out soon.
Yeah.
That's the great thing about this. Like, at least we'll know Disney stuff. It's like a bunch of bollocks or not on Saturday, and then Universal for Dare Challenge will know by September, maybe. So.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah.
You're real far away from your mic. We can barely hear you.
All right. So, yeah.
Yeah, it should be soon. And, yeah. We'll see. I'm hopeful. We did have ILO saying there was going to be more Harry Potter announcements later in the year when they announced the Christmas stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
Effing confirmed.
Oh, here's another thing that I forgot to mention. Zootopia at Animal Kingdom.
No.
That makes no sense.
Nope.
Just because it has animals.
0.0.
Yeah, just because it has
Wait,
animals.
what?
Doesn't...
Where?
I don't know. Replacing
Rafiki's.
Rafiki's Planet Watch or something. It makes no sense because it's
No.
Zootopia. Yeah, it has animals in it. Doesn't mean it's appropriate for Animal Kingdom. Very simple.
Well, neither is Avatar.
Like, maybe it'll replace
Exactly.
the Mission Courtyard.
Don't tell that to the people. Don't tell that to the people on IU, Sean, because they totally believe that because it has some plants and animals, it's totally applicable to Animal Kingdom. But of course, we're just being negative, aren't we?
Yes.
So I read that thread, and man, that's an amazing thread right there. Fantastic. They have 2,000 Banshees at sellout. Isn't that a success? Well, not really. Just means you need to order more. Anyway, anything else?
No, I'm ready.
Yeah, we're just kind of in a holding pattern now, so
Winter is coming.
I don't know what else to say. Anything else with Halloween Horror Nights you guys can think of bringing up?
That's another, like, who knows what's going on. Guess we'll find out. And
What is it, August 3rd or something?
yeah.
I think we'll get another announcement before then, but that'll be the big one. That'll be the... At Comic-Con, you said?
Yeah.
Probably. I know that Aiello last week or the week before, he did the European trip for Halloween Horror Nights.
Yeah.
So that means
How empty must that have been? Like, oh, yeah, we have 2 houses, and that's all we can say right now.
Well, what they usually do is they actually say, here's what we can talk about, and here's like a preview, and they do some sort of NDA stuff. So it wouldn't surprise me if they talked about like one of the other IP houses they haven't announced yet under NDA, and then they have an embargo of that day, and then the embargo lifts, and then there's a bunch of coverage, and then that's how I remember it working before. Like they announced one of the IP houses last year when they started doing the European stuff. Yeah. Anyway, that's Halloween Horror Nights, I guess. Nothing else.
Universal has gotten so tight-lipped. They're even able to keep Horror Nights secret now. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, I think that's... I mean, yeah. I think... I don't know. It's hard to say right now. There's just so much up in the air right now, and everything's been sort of crazy that...
It's gonna be fun, y'all.
Yeah, that there's... Yeah.
We got fun theme park things coming.
Yeah, so I guess you guys want to do that live show on Saturday? Yeah. It's going to be so the Parks panel's at 3:00 Pacific time. So
yeah, that's perfect.
So we can start that a little early. I'll figure out a way to do that to actually do that, I don't know, live and broadcast it somehow. I don't know. We'll figure that out. Sorry. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't have anything else to say.
Yeah.
Sean, where can we find you on? Find you. Man, I'm just messed today. Holy wow.
Oh, Joe.
Sean, where can we find you at online?
I'm on the Tweeter sphere at Huckle, Sean.
Cool. Mike, where can we find you at?
You can find me riding Fire Mountain in Adventureland in 2 years with Moana.
Cool. You can find myself at Parkscope. Joe, you can find all of us at Parkscope. Go check out parkscope.net for all the cool articles we got going on there. Yeah. That's about it. Leave us a good review or something. We need those. But not on this episode. This episode is garbage. So let's not.
We were not prepared at all for this one.
Well, and also but as I said before, there's just so much up in the air. It's like
there's so much.
We can just like talk about rumors the whole time and be like, I don't know, maybe not. Here's what our thoughts are. So it's a very news and trip report light show. So we'll see you guys later. Mike, do you want to lead us out?
Love everybody. Believe all the rumors. Come to loose.
There we go. Thank God for Discord for reducing audio sampling when things get loud. Oh boy.